Okay, so now we're going to bring up Kris Trujillo. I forgot what your title is now. I know it's a new one.
Yeah, Director of Software Development.
Director of Software Development. Okay, so that sounds like a really cool title. So what are you developing now?
Well, one of the things we've been looking at is open data. And so what is open data? Open data is the idea that certain pieces of data should be open and free to use by people to do things. Now, not just open and free to use, but available in a format that can be used to create applications. So one of the things we've been up to at Accela is watching what's happening in the open data movement. Some of you out there may be just getting started with open data, and some of you are probably veterans in the open data game who have robust open data portals already. So we've started creating something, which I've been left with the air here, so let me see if I can clear it up.
At least the right guy's up there to get the air.
Maybe.
This isn't Microsoft or Apple, so we don't have someone standing on the sideline with a PC to come, come unplug.
You guys can switch it over. So I guess I was the right guy for a minute. So we've been hard at work the last couple of months creating an open data platform. And so what this open data platform allows you to do is create data sets from Accela automation that you'd like to open up for application development for consumption by citizens to go out and look at what's happening within your agency. So you can see here, this is the home screen. I'm going to drill into one of the cities, the city of Bridgeview. And you're able to see the set of data that the city of Bridgeview is offering, their building permits, their code enforcement cases, their business licenses for the last 5 years, a whole bunch of different data sets that they've opened up. As an application developer, we've created a robust set of APIs. You've seen them demoed through applications we've developed. As I've been involved with the development community, there's a lot of developers out there that want to build things for government. They want to create new solutions, but they don't quite understand what data you have in your Accela automation systems or your other systems. So with this type of interface, an application developer can come in, browse your data sets, drill in, and look at a data set. So now I'm able to look at the building permits in the city of Bridgeview for 2011. I can drill into that data set and quickly get a preview of that data. It's loading for a second. And I can slice and dice it. I can filter it. I can get an idea of what kind of data is there. There's also an API available so I can get at this data. Now, another thing that I've learned as being involved with the community is they see these data sets and they're like, these are great data sets, but they're old. They're a month old or they're a year old. One of the key features of our solution here is you can see this says building permits for 2013 as of today. So part of the solution is able to go out and watch your Accela automation system as you're transacting through the other Accela products and creating new data. We're grabbing that data and keeping your open data sets updated in real time so that you are not having to worry about how do I get this data from my Accela automation system and out into my open data environment, right? So that's something that's very key when it comes to building applications that are useful. You need them built on data that is available as it's being created. Another key feature that we've developed here as well is we're taking an approach with this as making it a regional model. So you can see there are 6 different cities and counties listed here on the first page. As an application developer, I'm going to come in and I want to know about the permits that have happened in 2013, so I can just type permits 2013 and I'm able to search that. And now I'm able to see the different, let me get rid of these, the different data sets available around permits in 2013 in these different cities and counties within an area. So really giving application developers and again citizens the ability to come in and look at the data that they're able to work with. Another key thing that's been happening with open data is the evolvement of standards. So as open data has been around for a little while and people have been opening up data sets, everybody's opening them up in different formats, right? When you build applications, it's a little hard to write an app for the general use across different agencies when one agency publishes a data set in a different format than another. So at Accela, we've been very involved with what's happening there. There have been 2 recent data sets that have been standardized. One's called House Facts, which is residential inspections, and another called Lives, which is your restaurant or health inspections of different places. There are sites like Trulia, the real estate site. So when you go out and you browse for a house, you're able to look at the inspection history for that house, or Lives, is being consumed by Yelp. So if you go to San Francisco and you search for a restaurant, and you're able to see the health score for that restaurant coming straight from some system. Well, those systems in many cases are Accela systems. So with this solution, one of the data sets that we're standardizing into this is lives and house facts. So you as Accela automation administrators can log into an administration interface, turn on those data sets. They'll start generating the data sets from your Accela automation data so that when your inspectors are out in restaurants inspecting them, using the Accela mobile products, your data sets are being updated real time, and they're available to citizens through Yelp and those types of applications to really use. So, that's another place that we're really focusing as well as some of these other areas is building open data sets that conform to a lot of these standards that are emerging.
So, hey, Kris, I think to me this falls into the category that I was talking about earlier, where I'm not exactly sure what it does, but everyone is talking about it, so I want it. I think, hand show here again, who's heard someone in their agency say, what's our open data strategy? They'll start talking about it more, I promise you. And what we want to do is, again, we want to arm you with the information and the solutions to be able to address these issues if they come up. Because, this is something that's actually starting in the White House. They're talking about open data standards, open data policies, different things that they're trying to enforce, not just at the federal level, but push down to the state and local levels as well. So Kris and his team, we want to get in front of these issues. And I think the other important thing, every time we show something new like this, somebody asks the operative question. Anybody want to guess what that is? When is it available and how much does it cost? So what he showed you today is basically we're integrating it into the product. So all these features will be available in the product and released as part of the package when it's ready. When's this going to be ready? I guess that's the other question.
This will be ready in the October timeframe. So coming up really
if you want to get on the fast track, I think most of the people in the audience who would be most interested in this would be like the IT folks, the developers. If you want to get on the fast track, you can get with Kris, and he'll get you set up.
Yeah, and if you're interested in learning more about open data, we have a session later today just around the topic of open data in general and then what we're doing at Accela with open data.
Thank you, sir.